Hostile hive detected. An agent needs assistance. Serious trauma detected. Rogue Stinger hive detected. Hostile Stinger hive detected. Agent down. An agent needs assistance.
I'm sending you a specialization supply drop.
Serious trauma detected. Agent down. Rogue explosive seeker mine detected. Hostile explosive seeker mine detected. Immediate medical assistance. Rogue defender drone detected. Hostile defender drone detected. Now detecting contaminated gear. System curtailed. System restored. Rogue agent neutralized nearby. Extraction called for. Rogue defender drone detected. Hostile defender drone detected. Immediate medical assistance needed. Rogue explosive seeker mine detected. Hostile explosive seeker mine detected. Contaminated gear detected. agent killed. Now detecting contaminated gear. Roll initiated. Rogue hive
Může
detected.
taktika vole jako vymrdat, ty vole.
Hostile hive
Mrtkat.
detected. Rogue agent neutralized.
What's up guys, Wolf here. Hybrid builds are very powerful right now in the Division 2, especially in PvP. I'm sure you saw that from the gameplay. So in today's video, I'm going to showcase a very strong hybrid build for Darkzone or Conflict, in which you can mitigate loads of damage, dish out huge amounts of damage with your weapon and your skills, and absolutely just dominate PvP. Before we get into the description, please make sure you guys are subscribed, the notification bell is pressed, and you leave a like. I'd really appreciate that. Also, if you want to follow me on Twitch and X, links will be in the description. The main objective of this build is to have as many reds and blues, but also as many skill tiers as possible. A true hybrid build. Now, the balance is completely up to you. I have decided to go for 4 skill tiers and then 5 holding the pistol, the card custom, which gives me an additional skill tier. It's up to you how many you go for. The capacitor is very strong right now. This is because we get damage to armor and damage to shots out of cover if you re-roll the weapon. Keep in mind, my gun has got 0 expertise and it's not even optimized. So in the gameplay, if you optimize your gun, you'll be able to hit way harder than I was hitting. So just keep that in mind. This build can get a lot better. This is just because I haven't had the time to do it yet. So we can hit really hard with this gun. And I wanted to make use of the extra skill damage that we can obtain from this. Yes, you can also get weapon damage for having skill tiers. And the fact of the matter is we can hit hard with the gun, that's fine. But how am I going to make a build where we can actually make use of the skill damage and the skill tiers? So I definitely recommend going for the pieces that I've gone for here. But there's many different ways to make this build. Just adapt it to suit your own playstyle. So how do we get more skill tiers? I have decided to go with the Ninja Bike bag to make use of the 1 pieces so that we can get the 2-piece bonuses. So if you run 1 walker, you get 2 walker, for example. That's how this backpack works. We get a red, blue, and a yellow. So with technician specialization, which is why I've gone for that, we've got 1, then the backpack, that's 2. Then I've got 3 on the gloves, just rolled natively there. Then 4 for the Brazos 2-piece, which is going to be Picaro's, which gives us weapon damage and an extra skill tier. So that's 4 skill tiers. So it's up to you how many more you get. I tried full 6 and I tried less, but the balance wasn't there. And after testing for a few days, actually, I found that this was the best for me, but it's completely up to you. It's also important to mention that the skills I've chosen are, by all means, not the only ones you can go for, but I recommend trying them because they're really strong. So the Defender drone in PvP is exceptional. We can mitigate around about 20% damage with a tier 4. Now, if I hold my pistol out, that's going to be around about 25%. You'll know when the enemy agent is shooting you and the drone's doing the work. You'll hear it. We can mitigate damage from the enemy agent. This is why I'm able to survive so long. That's why I haven't gone for, a healing kind of skill, because healing is very slow in this game right now because there's a lot of damage, so you just get melted. So the Defender drone is something you need to try in PvP. Optimize it as well. It's unbelievably strong. Then also, I've decided to go for the Stinger Hive. You can go for a sticky bomb. That's also very powerful. Whichever sticky bomb you want, as long as you're making use of the stacked skill damage. The nice thing about the Stinger Hive is that it not only does very high amounts of bleed damage, but even if a player has got 100 or 90 or 80% hazard protection, it can still kill somebody, which is unbelievably strong, and it slows them down. Now, status effect has been changed in PvP, just read the patch notes, but this is just really nice because if a team is pressing you, you drop this and you can actually do damage to all the teammates, all the enemies around you, and then you can proc your or have your defender drone out to mitigate the damage and then you can just destroy the agents who've already had half their armor taken at least, even if they've got around about 2 million armor, and then finish them off with your high damage, because I've also spec'd into damage, not just skill damage on this build. So that's the whole point of it. Skill tiers, skill damage, and weapon damage. It's quite simple. It may be a bit tricky to find all the pieces, but once you do, I'm sure you guys will enjoy this build. 1.6 million armor, so I'm actually decently tanky. So I recommend going for Obliterate on the chest piece so that we can stack the amount, some extra weapon damage. You don't have to go for this chest piece talent. You can go for anything else. Perfect Efficient if you want to survive more. You can even go for something like Perfect Companion, which can also be quite powerful because your skills are going to be up all the time. I really wanted to go for this, but if your skills get destroyed, you don't really have the damage. But if you're playing like in a team or in conflict, you will have the damage all the time with the players around you. So this is up to you. You do get status effects, and shock resistance, I guess, could help. You may even want to invest then, if you do choose this piece, into like a 2-piece, and you can get the 3-piece bonus with more SMG damage, and then maybe go for an SMG, but I would recommend using the capacitor though. So Obliterate's going to be great. Just make sure your crit chance is no less than 54%. Mine's over 58, which is good. 143% crit damage, which is immense. When you look at the skills, we've got skill haste, which isn't too much of an issue. We've got a lot of damage reduction, a lot of skill damage, which really helps us. So with the pieces, I've gone for the 2-piece Cheska, which is going to, obviously I just need to put 1 piece on, crit chance and hazard protection. If you don't want to go for this, you can choose another piece, but this is nice because I needed that extra crit chance, and hazard protection does work a bit. Then I've gone for crit damage and crit chance on the mask. Chest piece, I have gone for Golem because it's quite effective to go for this. We get status effect for the Hive and also 1.5% armor regen. So not only do we have some hazard protection, skill damage, weapon damage, all that good stuff, but I've got 24,000 armor regen. So that also helps us survive. Then if we look at the Picara's holster, weapon damage as well with the blue, skill haste, and a skill tier. All these bonuses are helping this build. That's why I've chosen them. Then the Wyvern, skill damage, and status effect. All goes towards us. These are by no means the best pieces here, but I feel like these are going to make them more sense, especially with my playstyle. Then I've gone for crit chance and skill damage here. If you have a look at the stats like this one, I've gone for more crit chance and crit damage. You can go a bit more into skill damage. That is completely up to you. If you are using Obliterate, just make sure a crit chance is no less than 54%. So on here, crit chance, skill damage, just to boost it slightly. Then Walker and Harris, the 2-piece Walker and Harris is next level. We get weapon damage and damage to armor, crit chance and crit damage. So that's, I think the balance is really, really good here. And honestly, this build works incredibly well. You could even use this in PvE if you would like to, but this is more focused around PvP. So the skills, you have many skills to choose from. Because we've got high skill tier, as you can see, I'm holding the pistol now, I've got tier 5. I really do recommend the Defender Drone. It's honestly up to you. You can use whatever skill you want. Mitigate that damage in PvP. Then the Stinger Hive, this rips through agents. This thing is too strong, especially with the tier 5, plus 100% damage. So this is honestly really, really good. Now you can go for an extra skill tier. That is on you. The secondary weapon, I've got the test subject for perfectly in sync. That's what I've gone for there. Then, like I said before, the card custom for that extra skill tier. The modifications for the skills, I don't even have that good ones. Just make sure you go for whatever you think, like deflect duration here. Go for health, stinger charges, things like that. So that's the build, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Personally, I love this. This has become one of my main hybrids for PvP. The combination of damage mitigation, skill damage, and weapon damage, and some armor regen is just very strong and feels next level. It's a different way to play. I absolutely love this build, and I 100% recommend it. So please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next video. Have a good one. Goodbye.